Hey friend, Colin here from Sonic Scholar. Welcome to the next video in our string theory series using C#. Real quick, just a reminder, grab this if you haven't already. It's this cheat sheet, all the string theory methods that we're talking about, and on the back an entire sheet just dedicated to regex, which is super complicated and scary. Also, all the source code is provided as well, so you can get that at www.sonicscholar.com/string theory or get the link in the description. But today we're talking about string manipulation, and we're just going to dive right into that. So I've got the code running here, and just like the other videos, we'll just start looking at the demos. So we're going to look at methods like replacing, splitting, substring, trim, ToUpper, ToLower. Very common methods. I definitely want to have these memorized and in your tool belt. So we're starting out with a string. This is a string. And to first show the replace method, what you do is you take your original string and you call the .replace method on it. And what we're going to do is, instead of saying this is a string, we want it to say this is a sentence. And so what replace does is the first parameter is the thing that you want to look for, and the second thing is the thing you want to replace it with. Cool. So no big surprises there. Can be really useful. Sometimes you want to replace instances of like white space or commas or certain words, right? Next thing is substring. This is another kind of hammer and chisel key tool that you want. So what we've got is, this is a sentence, and we're taking a substring of this. So we're starting at index 0, and we want to take 4 characters. Okay, so what's going to happen here? We start at 0, and we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4. So the resulting string should just say this. And if we print that out, of course, we have this. Now, likewise, there's a substring overload that only takes 1 parameter, and all that does is it gives it the starting index, and then it's just going to continue until the string is terminated. So at index 10, we're looking at the word sentence, right? So if we were to count 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is where a sentence starts in that original string. Okay, now we'll look at splitting a string up. This is highly valuable. So we've got this my string, and we've called split, and we've passed in a character that is a delimiter, keyword delimiter, just the character that you want to split the string on. And so what we're going to do is we're going to expect that this is a sentence that was a string. Now we're going to get a string array with all the words in it, not including the space. Look at it. String has 4 parts in it, and we can iterate through each one of these. And you see this is a sentence. So we just printed out each word in that array. Another way we can do split is with multiple characters. So we've got a different string this time. It's got punctuation, it's got spaces, it's got comma, right? A couple dots. And now we're passing in as parameters an array, a params array. If I go look at what the split looks like here, I've just pressed F12 on the split, and now we're inside the open source code for .NET, and it's got this params char array. It's nullable in the separator. So params just means that you can put multiple commas, and it ends up getting kind of marshaled or packed as a array at compile time. So what we've done here, we want to split on the empty space, the dot, and the comma. So what do you think is going to happen here? Pause the video, try to take a guess, put in the comments what you think will happen. Tell me if you got it right. So string has 10 parts in it. Well, that's interesting because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words, but it has 10 parts. If we look inside of here, we can see that there's a bunch of empty strings there. Well, what's going on? Basically, what's happening there is, every time there's a dot, you could think of it as there's an empty string in between each one of these delimiters. And so C# has added the empty string as values in that words array. You may not want to do that. So if we do a similar thing, this time there's no params array. We have to kind of make ourselves a new character array, but we have to do that so that we can pass in this other option here, string split options. This will say remove empty entries. You can probably guess what's going to happen. I've kind of been alluding what's going on here. Now we have our 6 words, and look, there's no there's no empty strings in there. So pretty handy to know how to remove empty entries. Moving on to the next method, we've got trim. So looking at this string here, we've got a tab character. There's a bunch of whitespace characters on the front and back. You can see sometimes you just need to get rid of that stuff, right? Just cleaning up your data before you can use it. So a really easy method to use for that is the trim. By the way, notice I've got not just whitespace characters, but I've got a new line on there as well. So we've got all kinds of whitespace. Literally just take the padded string .trim and it removes all that whitespace character. And if you don't believe me, we'll just take a look at the debugger as well. You can see it's all gone. So super handy. Finally, we'll look at uppercasing and lowercasing. So super simple. You have your original string. We'll have 1 ToUpper and 1 ToLower, and that's it. Here's the whole sentence with caps lock enabled. It's cruise control for awesome. And here's one with all lowercase. Various reasons you might want to use that, but there you go. So, all right, that was a quick demo on string manipulation. Again, grab this cheat sheet, print it out, keep it for reference. It's going to help you out a ton. Grab that source code. It's in the link below. See you in the next video for the string theory. Do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe if you find this content helpful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.